Welcome to Connect Through Beauty. So, the beginning of this year, I thought I had some ideas that I wanted to kick off the podcast with and things like that. But you know what? In all honesty, I kind of have been a little bit lost. And it's really because my personal life has shifted a little bit. So, my podcast also has shifted with the purpose and the meaning of the why behind it, right? So, and I think I want to bring that to light because it's so true. Anything that we do in our lives, we start out on a certain path with a certain goal, right? And then, achieve it, not achieve it. Maybe you're shifting to a different spot in your life, or a journey takes you down a different path, whatever the case may be. For me, I feel like I started this podcast with the purpose of wanting to bring more awareness of burnout. And where I do still want to have that conversation, I do feel as though my mind is a little bit more open to different topics and different things out in the industry. I don't know what that exactly looks like though right now. So I have been partnered up with Meg for a little while. She has been a mentor of mine, and we've known each other for a long time. She's someone I could really pick up the phone and talk to. And Krista, same thing. Krista was on the podcast for a little while. And now is going out and doing her own thing with her education. And my God, am I so proud of her. She's been on this journey and just kind of the sky is the limit for her. She's really taken off. And, Meg reached out to me and was like, hey, you need someone, you need some help, or do you want to just kind of like see how this goes? And to be honest with you, that's really what we're doing right now. We're just kind of seeing how it goes and feeling our way through the beginning of the year. Right now, the beginning of the year feels a little unorganized, and it feels a little different, but that's okay. I mean, I think I want you guys to be a part of this journey with us because that's who I am. I'm a very open book. I love to connect with people, and what better way to connect with people than to be as real as possible. So for 2024, the beginning of the year is a little shaky for us with the podcast. It's not consistent, and it doesn't have such a one-way direction right now. And that's totally okay. We're definitely going with the flow, and I'm kind of liking it. I just want to see where this goes and what feels right and what starts to come together. So this podcast today is going to be really cool. It's a little different. We have a guest on. Rebekah, she reached out. We were talking about goals, and I threw into the chat our channel. If anybody wants to talk about their goals, she liked it, so we kind of connected, and she's going to come on here and talk about her goals. We've previously knew each other at a previous job, which I love that. I love that our paths are crossing in different ways. Great girl. And I think everybody can relate to the goals and some of the things that are a little nerve-wracking for her at the moment as she starts to navigate her new chapter in her life. So listen in. I can't wait to hear all the feedback, guys. I want to hear the feedback. Reach out to us if you want to share your goals too, or just pop on here to talk to us. Like I said, I'm really kind of liking the freeness of not necessarily having such a strict and, organized method right at this moment. So we're just kind of having fun. So listen in and enjoy.
I want to give you guys tools to continue to be the best version of yourselves. Right, Meg?
Right, exactly. And I think, our overall goal with this goals podcast was to inspire and, create some conversation. And so we were hopeful that we would have some really great people kind of connecting with us and sharing those goals. And so we're so excited to have Rebekah, who is one of those people, joining us today. And we're just going to have a conversation about her specific goals. We hope that they resonate with you, our audience, and we can all take away just some really cool tidbits. So Rebekah, so happy that you are here. We want to hear a little bit about your story before we get into the goals, though. So do you mind telling us a little bit?
Sure. Hi, I'm Rebekah. I am the owner of Moonlit Nails and Lashes at the My Salon Suite building in Royersford, Pennsylvania. I have been in the industry for 5 years. I've actually known Ashley for quite a while. She knew me from my old salon, but now just recently, back in November, I decided to make the switch and I moved into my own private suite.
It's exciting.
I love what I do, and I'm happy to be able to do it more or less on my own terms.
Yeah. Was it always a goal of yours to own something of yourself, or did you just kind of like get inspired in a different way?
So no, it actually wasn't. I never thought that I would be completely independent, but then last spring I started seeing things crop up about this place opening. Mm-hmm. I reached out and I was like, hey, what's this about? The woman who owns the location, she was telling me everything about it, telling me stories from other suite owners. I've known a couple suite owners, people who have left and gone into suites before, just from knowing people in the industry. And, based off the information she gave me and the research that I did, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. There's no time like the present. It was kind of just not a last minute decision, but just an impulse. But I'm very happy with making the decision. I'm glad that I did this.
Good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I have a quick question, just coming from a beauty school space, because, a lot of our students were like, I want to be a salon suite owner. And Rebekah, you put in, 5-6 years in a salon before making that move. So talk to us about that kind of process. Are you glad that you waited a little bit and got that salon experience?
Yeah.
Or do you think that it's for someone right out of school?
I 100% think that you should be in a salon for a couple years, even if it's just a year, because it's very important to, it's obviously it's very important to be good at what you do and the services that you're offering, but it's also incredibly important to know how to handle and manage clients in that professional way. Without working somewhere, I definitely wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't have, what I know, what I've learned from, having difficult clients, having people cancel.
Right.
It's very important to have that knowledge before you go out on your own. And working in the salon for a couple of years, I got connections. I have a great clientele that has followed me here, honestly, more than I thought would. So I'm very grateful for my clients. I love them to death. But yeah, it's very important to, I would say, start somewhere first, get yourself comfortable with being in a salon setting, really find what you love to do, because I thought I would do hair. Nope, I don't even do hair at all.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. I think that's really good feedback, and just something that I want all of our beauty school students to hear is that it's important to get that experience and to kind of learn the ins and outs a little bit of a salon before moving into a suite, and you'll really reap the rewards and everything with it. So sorry, I kind of got us off topic with that question, but my heart always lives in the beauty schools. So yeah, do you want to share some of your goals with us and kind of let's work through those?
Yeah. So Some of my goals that I have for myself is definitely becoming a little bit more well-known in this area. I started out in Berks County. Now I'm in Montgomery County. So just trying to get my business out there to more local people. I went out the other day, dropped off some business cards at different small businesses, just trying to get myself out there, joining community pages on like Facebook. So yeah, that's definitely one of my goals, is to become a little bit more well-known in the area that I've moved to. Another one of my goals, this is definitely more like less of a business goal and more of a personal goal, is, saving up, getting a new car, typical stuff like that. I'm still on my first car that I've had since I was 16. So it's time to save up and get a new one.
Oh my gosh, such good goals, right, Ash?
Yeah, no, this is great. You need to keep, can I give you some information? I want to give someone that like needed the best of everything and something new all the time, and it never worked out very well for me. So the fact that you kept your car for this long, I commend you for that, because do it, girl. If you can.
Honestly, I'm surprised it lasted this long.
Do
I
it.
feel like I'm coming to the end of it.
No, in all seriousness, I think it's a great goal to have. I think it's important to set goals that are achievable like that. And, I've read this book one time and it really stuck with me. If there's something that you really want, like a car, go and start test driving ones that feel a little scary to get. So maybe the one that feels a little less out of your price range, but test drive it and feel how it feels and get that feeling. Because I think when you feel when you feel and you can touch the goal that you want, it becomes more realistic. Mm-hmm. And then it like inspires you to continue the rest of the goal. Like you just said, get out in the community and start passing out those cards. And that is very important. Have you thought about linking up with like a private studio, like a private studio, like working out, like a spin studio or a bar studio or something like that, where maybe, you have a lot of women coming in and out constantly, but link up with them and see, hey, do you ever want to collaborate on something?
Yeah, I've never actually thought about that. Like doing like a studio like that. That's actually like a really good idea.
You're in like a really great area. So Meg, her area is very modern. Like there's a lot to do. There's a lot of people.
I love that.
A lot of homes, a lot of houses. You have the working moms, you have stay-at-home moms, you have husbands, mm-hmm. everybody's kind of coming, going. It's a very fast-paced area. So I think linking up with something like that will help you, because that's the type of person that you kind of want to capture too, like that person that is always out and about and coming and going and whatnot. But I think that'd be a good start, especially like planting seeds in your community to start there.
Definitely. I have looked into doing, obviously there's nothing going on in the near future, but come spring and summer, they'll be doing like community events. So I've definitely looked into doing like the tables and stuff for that, which honestly, I'm kind of excited to do. I've never done anything like that, and I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Well, Ash and I are both pros at that, at table setups.
Oh, yeah.
And being in the community and all the things. So we could do a whole other podcast.
Oh, yeah.
On, right?
Yeah. My biggest advice for you is to bring food, bring snacks.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Snacks, candy, and candy is a great one. Like people come to you because you have food and candy, and you have trinkets, and they want all that stuff.
Oh yeah, they want the free stuff. I know.
Oh yeah.
I've been to these events. I want the free stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So good. So good. And I love that, basically like the first goal that you really talked about comes down to the word awareness. You want to increase your awareness in your community and have people like think of Rebekah top of mind whenever they're thinking about getting their nails done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, when we were talking last week, like with Ash, she has like 3 top goals that she wants to achieve this year, and she wrote them out. And that's kind of similar to what you have done, Rebekah, is you have these, top 2, top 3 goals. And what I do for my goals is I create like a word of the year. So instead of having like a few goals to achieve, I have a word that I focus on that then my behaviors and kind of actions follow. So from my perspective, that's why I was drawn to that awareness type of word for you, because I think that's really what you're trying to achieve. So yes, definitely keep setting those goals, but also be thinking about just awareness, and how can you achieve that through passing out those business cards, through the co-branding marketing events like Ash suggested, through the community events. That's all going to drive you to that word of awareness to help with your business. So, I just constantly get drawn to that. You know how I am.
I love it. No, I think that's great. So those are your main things. You have any other like top goals that you can think of at the moment that you're starting to focus on this year?
I mean, figuring out how to run a business.
Yeah.
I'm still very young, so I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Like at this point in my life, I'm very fortunate that I didn't have much to lose. I'm like,
That's
but
awesome.
I'm looking towards, the positives of everything. And I want to be really successful. And I really want to learn how to manage my finances, do my marketing, keep up with everything, because this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm really excited, but it's stressful, but it's like a good stress. Like it's a motivator.
Yes,
right.
Definitely. I think so. My biggest suggestion for you is to set days aside to focus on those things rather than cram it all into every day. Like every day I have to focus on the marketing and this, and then the rescheduling the clients and all of those things. I think if you set out, for me, and I'm sure Meg's going to have her way too, which is great because you have options that work best for you. And my option probably isn't best for you. But what I do in the morning is I write down what my day looks like in chunks. So from 5 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock, what does my day look like? And then from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, what does my day look like? And in those chunks of time it doesn't give you like, I'm going to list out the things that I'd like to accomplish. So in the morning, I want to work out and have my coffee and relax and enjoy the morning. That's my morning time. And like, then my second chunk of time is devoted to my girls and starting my day. What does that look like? Emails and going through that. Then from there, what does the rest of the day look like? So when you kind of space it out and you write it out, for me, I'm a big writer. I got to write it out. I have to see what it is I'm going to do in that chunk of time. And then because I have time chunks and I'm not specifically saying at 10 o'clock, I'm going to do this. At 11 o'clock, I'm going to do that. It's just kind of like it's less stressful. It's not so overbearing. Like in this period of time, I'm just going to get these few things done. And if it doesn't take me the whole time, great. I'm going to then get a cup of coffee or take a little stroll around the office, whatever that is. And then come back to my second chunk of time and just kind of focus on things like that. Because if you take it on all at once, it becomes very overwhelming. It doesn't get done well. It's rushed. And it's not like you have time to sit down and focus on it. So I think it's important to not do it all at once, but just kind of take those days and time periods of the day and devote it to specific things. Does that make sense?
No, that definitely makes sense.
and they have an official word for that. It's called time blocking.
There it is.
Yeah.
The word.
And it's
Meg's got the word.
I know,
Time
but
blocking.
such a good tip and suggestion, and I totally agree with it. Like, time blocking is huge, and I think it's what sets a lot of like super successful people apart. My kind of recommendation, because you're kind of newer into running a business, is to get a mentor that's really business focused, especially for those things like the accounting and financial part. That is so crucial and important to your success. Like, get that expert that's going to help you, because for me, I am not a numbers person at all. I would be like, where do I even begin? So get that expert to help out. But I'm excited to kind of see where things go for 2024 for you. I think that we should do like a revisit at the end of the year.
That would be fun.
It would be good, because you know what? Knowing you for as long as I have, you do have a lot of what it takes to be successful. You have that ambition inside of you, and I know that you can do it. And I think this is exciting for me to watch, as you came into as a young lady into the salon, and not really knowing what you wanted to do, but you figured it out. And I think that's very brave of you, to kind of stand up and say, look, this is not where I feel like I'm going to be successful. And you navigated your own way through things. And I think that you should be very proud of yourself, and you should be very proud of where you are right now. That's amazing. Lashes and nails, girl, everybody is doing that, right? Everybody needs their lashes and their nails done. So I think for you, linking up with like a studio, small like workout studio, fitness studio, get yourself in there, check things out, see how you can collaborate together. I think that'd be fun. It'd be fun. And maybe like you could do small little mini lash events there or something like that. I mean, get real creative. You have that inside of you. I know you can do it, and I'm excited to see where you're going to go next.
Thank you.
I am too. I can't wait. I'm going to be cheering you on.